Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a growing controversy that has Donald Trump fuming, and it's not from his usual opponents. This time, it's his own supporters who are turning up the heat, demanding answers about Jeffrey Epstein, and calling Trump out on something he promised, but hasn't delivered. This might just be the issue that Trump can't spin away. Let's unpack why. For nearly a decade, Donald Trump has been a master of political survival. From the Access Hollywood tape to multiple indictments, to impeachments, and countless scandals. He's weathered it all with unwavering support from his base. But there's one issue that keeps creeping up, and it's starting to create a crack in that loyalty. Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Trump and Epstein have a long, publicly documented history. They were photographed together at parties in the 90s and early 2000s. Trump once said Epstein enjoys women on the younger side, which many found disturbing even before Epstein's arrest. But in recent years, especially among the conspiratorial wings of Trump's base, Epstein became more than just a disgraced financier. He became the symbol of elite corruption. And Trump? He positioned himself as the man who would expose it all. In 2024, during his campaign, Trump made a bold promise on Fox News. He would release the Epstein files. These weren't just vague remarks. He told supporters, plainly and directly, that he was going to declassify documents related to Epstein's case. In a bizarre moment, Trump even brought 15 right-wing influencers to the White House. They posed with white binders labeled Epstein Files Phase 1. The message was clear. Something big was coming. These binders were supposed to signal a new era of transparency, but after that publicity stunt, the follow-through never came. Nothing happened. And now, many of those same influencers and supporters feel they've been played. Normally, Trump's base has been incredibly forgiving. Over the years, they've shrugged off broken promises, contradictions, and policy U-turns. But this feels different. Why? Because the Epstein issue taps into something deeper. For many Trump supporters, especially those aligned with QAnon or adjacent conspiracy theories, Jeffrey Epstein isn't just another scandal. He represents a hidden global elite preying on the innocent. For them, this isn't political. It's moral, existential, biblical even. They believe the world is run by corrupt, dangerous people, and Trump was their chosen warrior to expose and destroy that darkness. The idea that he's backing down now, that he might even be hiding something, that's not just disappointing, it's devastating. When Trump was asked again on Fox News if he'd release the Epstein files, his response was uncharacteristically hesitant. Initially, he said, "Yeah, I would." But then he began to walk it back. You don't want to affect people's lives if there's phony stuff in there. He shifted the focus to the suspicious nature of Epstein's death in jail, questioning the security footage in strange circumstances, but he stopped short of committing to a full release, and that raised even more red flags. To many of his diehard followers, this sounded like the first real dodge they've heard from Trump on a core issue. Here's the uncomfortable truth. No one knows exactly what's in the Epstein files. They could include names from flight logs, personal correspondence, photos, or financial records. And while there's no public evidence linking Trump to Epstein's criminal activities, his name does appear in connection with Epstein's social and business circles. He partied with him, he praised him, he appears in photos with him, and their connection was close enough to raise eyebrows long before Epstein became a household name. So when Trump now hesitates, claiming he doesn't want to hurt people's lives, his critics and even some of his supporters wonder, is he protecting someone? Or is he protecting himself? This issue also highlights an important contrast. Politicians like Bernie Sanders also rail against the elite class. But where Sanders seeks to challenge them, calling out billionaires and advocating systemic change, Trump has always had a different approach. He doesn't attack the rich for being rich, he demands loyalty from them. If a billionaire flatters Trump, he embraces them. If they turn their back on him, like Elon Musk, he attacks. But Trump has never truly sought to dismantle elite power. He wants to be accepted by it. That's why, to many of his supporters, his silence or hesitation on Epstein is especially confusing. He's not fighting the elites anymore. He may be protecting them. One analyst described the Epstein issue like a pebble hitting a windshield. Small, subtle, but shattering. Trump's previous scandals didn't shake his support because they felt political, or the media was seen as biased. But this This feels personal to many of his followers. If Trump doesn't deliver on Epstein, it's not just another broken promise, it's a fundamental betrayal of why they supported him in the first place. And here's the kicker. For some of these supporters, this might be the first time they ever believe Trump is lying to them. That realization is spreading, and fast. In evangelical circles, the topic of child trafficking has become a defining issue. Films about it have done remarkably well. It's a rallying cry on the Christian right. Terms like child trafficking, elite cover-ups, and protect the children are now part of everyday discourse in many conservative spaces. And Epstein sits at the center of that conversation. Trump was supposed to be the champion who would expose it all. Now he's acting like someone with something to hide. That contradiction is creating a deep tension between Trump and the very people who once saw him as a savior figure. For nearly a decade, Trump's base has followed him through every twist, turn, and scandal. But the Epstein controversy could be the beginning of something different. When a political figure positions themselves as the lone warrior against evil, any perceived weakness can feel like betrayal. Trump didn't just promise to release the files. He built a mythology around being the one who would bring justice. Now that mythology is cracking. Supporters are starting to ask questions. Influencers are going quiet. And for the first time, Trump may be facing the one thing he's always avoided: accountability from his own base. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. What do you think? Is Trump hiding something? Or is this just another overblown controversy? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.